Hello, my name is Beatriz, and I'm gonna be introducing the confirmation evidence trap. Okay, so decision making can be challenging for many reasons. We can feel pressure, we can feel different emotions, we lack of regretting, lack of experience, and 100 other factors that can be involved with deciding. So pretty much like there's a lot that goes with decision making, and it's like easier said than done. So it can look easy from the outsiders, but it really isn't. So every profession requires decision making, from the insignificant ones to very important decisions like doctors or even business leaders. And as business majors, we're gonna have to decide a lot of the times. So according to decision making in pediatric cardiology, business leaders are chosen and promoted based upon their leadership capacity, strategic insights, ability to bring people with them, but most importantly, the capacity to make the right decisions. So making decisions is already hard by itself, and to master the skill, which we need to, we should be aware of the hidden traps that comes with it. So I'm gonna be explaining in depth the confirmation evidence trap. So pretty much this bias leads us to seek out information and evidence that supports our existing instincts and just avoid all the information that contradicts it. So we pretty much just collect the evidence that we want, and we don't only collect what we want, but we also just interpret what we want to see and what we want to support with our perspective. So for me, it's very important to not go into this trap, which sometimes I do, and I think a lot of people do. Especially since we're business majors, we're gonna have to work in teams a lot of the times, and if you don't see other people's perspective, it's gonna be hard to run a business well, or to make hard decisions together as a team. And it's also like dangerous, because if you don't collect other information or evidence about a certain topic, we might be wrong, and we're just gonna keep doing it wrong because we can't accept that there's other ways of doing something, or maybe our decision is not right, or I don't know, maybe we're just wrong and we can't see it. So a way of doing this well, according to the Harvard Business Review article on hidden traps in decision making, the way of doing this right is by accepting other people's ideas. So it's like what I just said, and let's say we're in a meeting with other people, or any organization, and we have to make a decision at the end. If I'm just gonna be looking at myself and thinking I'm right, and other people are gonna do the same thing, it's not gonna work. So I chose this picture. I chose this picture right here. Okay, I hope you're able to see it. Okay, so I chose this picture because both people are looking at the same thing from different perspectives, or from different point of views, and this is pretty much what this bias is, this trap is that they're looking at the same number or shape, but they see it from different points of views, and either of them is willing to go to the other side or put himself on the other guy's shoes, and okay, maybe you're right, or let me try to see where you're coming from. None of them are willing to do that, so they're just gonna be stubborn and fight about something that they probably agree with if they decided to just open their mind. So yeah, that's, and I feel like this might happen a lot with organizations when there's a lot of people involved, because a lot of people are going to have different perspectives of things, which is normal, is basic, but we're just going to be open to hear other people's ideas and other people's perspectives, because sometimes there's not even like a right or wrong answer. It's not black and white. It can actually be a lot of other answers and ideas that we can come up with a better solution if we hear each other's points of views. So steps to do this, to avoid this tendency, is to do not accept evidence without questioning. So any evidence that we see, we should ask, and okay, where is this coming from? What about this? What about that? And then get someone, or we can do it ourselves, or ask someone to put in their position. So if I have an idea, having someone that contradicts it and have a different idea from me, that can tell me that, or I can build the arguments myself. So I can be like, okay, what if these people think this, or what if they tell me this? Okay, maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. You know, just having someone that contradicts it or have evidence against what I'm supporting, and consider the positions with open minds, as well as I've been talking about, and be honest with ourselves and our motives. So not supporting this idea just because, but actually like having a valid motive to fight up and support this evidence or information, whatever I'm supporting. So this is it, and I hope you have a good night.